It's the end of another season of Tea Time with Talent Acquisition, and another 9 guests, well, 8 guests this time, if you count myself, have sat down to discuss their ideas, their thoughts about our industry. Here's a little bit from what you might have missed from this season.
I really hope over the next couple of years that employers really start investing in that early talent because as an organization, we need to start listening to that early talent. They're coming in with different ways of doing things, different ideas. You know what? If you don't have that talent in your organization and you're not listening to them, your organization is going to turn into a blockbuster.
Quite often I would ask the hiring manager, like, how would I sell this role to a top performer who's not looking? And sometimes they need to think about it, which is a concern, right? They should know why someone should want to join the organization. Have you actually read the resume properly and prepared your questions? Do you really understand what we're looking for? What are the essential skills versus desirable ones?
What you're trying to do is look at the touch points, as I always understood it, the touch points of your business and how do people kind of interpret that as a kind of company that they would want to work at. The first touch point being a really important one is your careers website. What story does that tell? What narrative does that give? Because we're not trying to, we're trying to understand how do people see it.
So it's what I would say communication is key. And so there is basically, of course, leaders need to be trained, right? There needs to be training around neurodiversity, but I would also say there need to be support groups for neurodiverse talent. So starting with employee resource groups, but also people that can mentor and coach, right? And step in when there are those misunderstandings.
I think AI, just like every other tool, is about how we use it, right? And if we choose to use it as a part of our jobs or as our jobs, I think that human component is always going to be important, especially in recruiting, because people don't join robots, they join people, and they join companies with people that they resonate with and enjoy.
So what I mean, you need to map your market. You take a look at your company. Who do we hire on a regular basis? What's our tech stack? What sales experience do we need? Right? Where do we hire people from? And what we do is we basically map that market out. We know where our skills are. We know what companies hire the skills we need. And we start to connect and engage with individuals that we want in our company, even when we're not hiring. It's talent pool development.
So it could be a training. It could be just your general day-to-day management style with your team. Regularly ask for feedback. Do a little pulse check that you send out anonymously and use that to constantly improve, even in your one-on-ones. Don't be too proud to ask for feedback or be afraid that it's going to make you look weak.
If you have missed any of the episodes, we've gone through how we can look at wiring neurodiverse talents into organizations through to challenging the business from the talent acquisition function. We explored if recruitment is actually evolving or losing its way with the brilliant Jeffrey Lovejoy. We focused on quiet quitting prevention, organizing chaos from the first one into the talent role, how we can make candidates feel comfortable, and how we can understand if we are the perfect match for a candidate or not. All the while also exploring the makings of a talent acquisition manager and how we can structure talent acquisition interviews correctly. There's so much to uncover in this season that genuinely I'm so pleased with the outcome of it. So if you've joined us for any of the episodes, thank you. If it's your first time listening, thank you. And please don't forget to comment or subscribe for future episodes so we can bring more guests and more knowledge into the industry. But for now, enjoy the rest of the season.